up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I'm excited for this episode because it's my birthday month. My birthday is July 3rd and I turned 31 this year. I'm so grateful. It was such a lovely and low-key birthday. And so, yeah, I'm dedicating this episode to the celebration of me and turning 31. And yeah, just kind of honestly getting caught up with people that I've lost touch with over time. It's my first kind of real formal episode, and I've been away from social media for so long. I've changed a lot and in some really beautiful ways, and I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning a lot, and I'm still getting to know things about myself. But I can say I'm excited to be engaging social media in a more responsible way now. I think, I got to the point where it was a lot of intake and perhaps intaking things that I just wasn't serving my mental quite effectively. So I first cut off my Twitter, then I cut off I cut off Snapchat probably even before Twitter, and then Facebook. Slowly I stopped posting there, and now I barely post to Instagram. But I am going to start posting to my YouTube because I've always wanted a YouTube channel. Always. I've always felt like Facebook, it's so limiting for me. Just writing out my thoughts takes forever. Just like it takes forever to write a work email. You know what I mean? But I have a lot to say. I used to have a podcast. I had a nonprofit. Like, I definitely have the ability to, do more with my voice and engage publicly, or I should say socially and via social media. I think I could do that in a way that, more so serves me than works against me and my mental, as I was kind of engaging it before. So, anyway, I don't know. I feel like that was probably a little rambly, but welcome back, Allie. That's my welcome back to social media, to myself. Because anyway, my birthday. Hey, what's up? My birthday. Yes, I turned 31 this year. As I mentioned, very low key, very lovely with my homegirls, my family. I spent the whole weekend celebrating. 4th of July, I have an extra day off, so it's a 3-day weekend. So Saturday, July 2nd, I went out to dinner with some of my homegirls, and that was just a blast. It was just good company, good conversation, nice bonding, the usual, just what I need, a little love for my those closest to me. And then I, the next day, went to a Giants game with some other homegirls who bought me tickets. And that was just fun to try something new, and get to know one another and just get out of town. Like, that was really a wonderful way to spend my birthday. Positive vibes, growth, just honestly low-key and wonderful. But just kind of talking a little bit about 30, and without like word vomiting a whole bunch, I'll just cover them in the form of highlights and lowlights, and they kind of blur together, so it's not like a this or that, but just a couple things I want to call out for myself. One, expanded knowledge and skills. As always, that's important to me. Learning and just knowing new things. So this past year, I studied Reiki, energy healing, and I'm continuing to learn about it. And particularly, I'm mastering my chakras so that I can help others master theirs. And that's been a very wonderful spiritual experience and awakening. And as a result, it's helped me develop better discernment. I'm starting to learn how to make decisions faster and not get lost in indecision with like ideas and, you know, goals and other things that, you know, tend to take up space in my mind. But yeah, and then lastly, highlight, low light is change, lots of change. And a lot of it I chose to make for myself. Some of it just is kind of the natural flow of life. But I realize when change happens, it does trigger anxiety for me. And if I'm not careful, depression. Depression happens. I read this, it was a quote, and I cannot name the person, but I'll post it in the description below if I can find it. But depression, you know, sets when you can't escape the past. You know, you keep reliving the past. And so, yeah, making change and being very present in that change is kind of what I've spent year 30 doing, setting new boundaries and not being quite as available, but being more available to and for myself for the things I need and want. So yeah, physically I made some changes. I started seeing a trainer last August, and in an attempt to gain healthy weight, learn about macronutrients and stuff like that. And I actually did gain the weight I was hoping to gain, but I did stop my training after 3 months, and I did stop going to the gym as regularly, and then almost altogether. Now I'm getting back into the gym, so that would be a journey of just like regaining that muscle and weight and diet, you know, eating more and more nutritiously. That's just something that is going to be a practice that takes time to really, I guess, integrate into my lifestyle, but I'm looking forward to arriving there eventually and, you know, just figuring it out. But along with that, like physical changes, environmental changes, I moved into a studio, which I have always wanted to do. And that's another episode, just kind of doing a little tour. It's so cute and just enough space for me. Mentally, I made some changes also, just in, you know, really addressing my depression, my anxiety, perfectionism, really any mental blockages that have been kind of holding back my creativity and my productivity, a lot of other things, you know, just kind of feeling mentally stifled all around is how I was feeling, not in year 30, but, you know, towards the end of my 20s. I was just like, oh, I feel so stuck. I'm stuck teaching until I can get a full-time position. I'll be adjuncting, you know, just feeling stuck, just all around and not sure how to get out. But really getting out required just me choosing to change some things, right? So I made social changes. I have lost some friends. I've gained new friends, and you know, that's always quite a process. I don't know, losing friends, or friendships, I should say. You know, they're real breakups, but I've had so many breakups, friendships wise, romantically, not so many, but just enough, I should say, to where I've come to develop a process for, you know, holding space for my grief and also release. So that has been a really wonderful thing to be intentional about, because it helps me pull myself out of depression if I might be slipping into that. You know, it's you know, I don't know, grieving friendships is something maybe I'll talk about in another episode too. But yeah, also professionally, I made some changes. I have a new job. So yeah, spiritually and personally, I'm kind of, it's not that I'm the same, but I'm more grounded and sure of myself. And so yeah, just lots of beautiful change in the year of 30 to lead up to 31, and the manifestation of me doing this channel and just creating and being exactly who I know I am, you know, who I see myself as, and not living in regret and guilt for failures of my past. So cheers to 31, cheers to me and celebrating myself and exploring myself. I think we should take every possible opportunity to do that, to do both of those things.